all by myself with my broken down truck.
Wow.
She's the loudest truck in all the lands. Everything's broke on her.
Do you still have her?
She got me to the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And I knocked doors. And that's how we started the company. And then we've just scaled that ever since. But I think that's powerful, because I've done all of those jobs. So every single new class that I have come into my company, on day one, I go to them and I say, hey, look, I know what this takes. I've been through it. I've done it thousands of times for this company. Just follow this process and watch what you become. Look what it's done to me. I'm a 26-year-old kid that's just trying to make it in this cruel, tough world, and we're doing it. And I think a lot of it comes from knocking doors. It's a powerful mindset and mentality that you can develop by doing that, especially alone.
Yeah, and listeners, if you've never knocked doors, I actually knocked doors in high school, and I can't say I was as good at it as you are, man. That is mental toughness to knock doors, and people are rude to you. People yell at you, like all kinds of crazy shit happens, and you just have to have the mindset that I'm looking for the yes, like to ignore the no's, next, and coming from that mindset. How much did you guys do your first year?
Our first full year, we did 2.8 million.
That's incredible.
That really is so incredible. And it's so interesting because Lakota, where is your company located?
So we're in near Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay, so near Grand Rapids, Michigan. I know this. I want listeners to know this. Because when you said I knocked thousands of doors, so many people go, "Oh, I don't live in that big of an area." Where you live is not that big of an area. And then you said I did it through the summer. I did it through the winter. Let's talk about winters there. You know what I mean? This isn't a Southern California winter. Like this is
cold.
This is straight up Game of Thrones White Walkers type of winter. So like it's so impressive to me. Like so many people look for excuses and you looked for opportunities instead and just did it regardless. And another thing I want to hit on that I think is so important. You said as the owner, I started and I did every job from the ground up. I've done them all. And a lot of owners have. But what is missing in cultures as you scale your business is the other people in your business don't do that. So I always recommended to my business owners when they onboarded someone, not to just onboard them in their seat, give it a full 2 weeks of training where they are sitting in other seats with other people so they fully understand what each position takes and what it really means to work that. So they're not just like, oh my gosh, the stupid door knockers or oh, the stupid salespeople. Like they sit in those shoes, they completely understand it so they can say, oh, wow, this is what goes into it. This is why it's important to the company. This is how I need to best support it, whether they're in that role or not.
100%. And I think the most powerful thing I've ever done was knock doors by myself.
Yeah.
For a company that had zero income, zero revenue, anything, literally just a dream. I mean, I left a position where I was very high up and I had a lot of people answer to me, respect me. I was a 21-year-old kid leading an army, right?
Yeah.
And I'd get 100 phone calls a day. I left there and I got 0 phone calls a day.
Oh my gosh.
Right? I went from literally nothing to someone back to literally nothing again, right?
Yeah.
And that's tough. But life's tough.
Welcome to the Inner Blueprint Podcast. I'm Sean Foyer, the Universal Mindset Disruptor. With over 20 years of turning blueprints into thriving home improvement businesses, I've learned that the strongest foundations start in your mind. Whether you're building a business or your own success, we're here to reshape how you think and face daily life and always remind you to enjoy the ride.